Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Tim Radio Show. I'm your host, Tim Radio. This is going to be a quick episode just to make a few predictions about the McGregor and Cerrone fight. Also, a couple predictions about how much money they're making and what's going to happen with Zuffa Boxing. So, the first things first, I just want to play this quick little question that this guy asked, which I think kind of says a lot.
The Notorious, how we doing?
Very good, how are you?
Good. We've been waiting months on a Zuffa Boxing announcement. It's been crickets. There's no secret. You've done things to change things in the fight game. You got Dana White doing courtside at a Clippers game with Floyd Mayweather. Do you know something with what's going on with Zuffa Boxing?
Okay, so first of all, you got to give it to the guy for just going balls deep with it and with the whole get up and the shtick, the aggressive thing. Right away, you can see his kind of defense stance. Like, he looks right at him. He doesn't really watch the people when they're answering. He's laughing about it. He's giving a lot away with his kind of demeanor. So obviously he knows that he knows a lot of stuff that's in the works with Zuffa Boxing, which is the Zuffa company owns UFC, and they're going to do a boxing, like a boxing league, their own boxing league.
We're in negotiations, what they but well, you know, let's see what happens in LZ.
See that smirk too? See that he's like, why did you even mention negotiations?
Let's see what happens in Zuffa Boxing and McGregor
And then now he's a lot more, rigid. But listen to what McGregor says.
Well, you know, let's see what happens in Zuffa Boxing and McGregor Sports and Entertainment.
McGregor's Boxing Entertainment. So that's kind of like Golden Boy. What's it, Golden Boy Productions or something like that? When what is it? Was it Oscar De La Hoya? No, whatever. But it's no. Man, who is it? Anyway, the Mayweather Productions or whatever. So they have their own production companies that even when they go do their fights, they're actually selling tickets. They'll have like percentage of the pay-per-view bout, regardless, like not even with their fights, but of the whole thing, and they actually have like a partnership part of it. But they're also might even buy seats in the stadium, like half the seats or something, whatever. In merchandise, all that kind of stuff. So usually they have these big companies that are part of that, but it's from the some of the biggest boxers. So that's what he's saying. McGregor Boxing Entertainment, is that what he said? So I don't know if that exists already technically, if we can see that yet, but clearly they're going to do that. That they already said earlier as well in the conversation. Cerrone was asked about a comment that he made earlier in regards to how little he's getting paid in relation to McGregor, and his response was essentially that no, you misunderstood me. I was saying, well, man, he's making $80 million. I'm not making that much. Not to really suggest that he was making little. He's still making a lot, but nothing compared to what he's making. But then later in this conference, McGregor actually points out the fact that he's getting a multi-million-dollar payout. So for sure, he's getting probably under 10. He's probably getting $8 million. So he's probably getting under 10, or else he would have said, you're getting tens of millions payout, whatever. It wouldn't have probably said multi-million. So multi-million's probably in the single digits, but more than 2. More than 4, less than 10. That's what I'd say. It's probably 8. That's what I'd guess. So he's probably getting $8 million, and then McGregor's getting 80. But then, they're talking about the Zuffa Boxing. Is a Zuffa Boxing thing going to be announced soon? I think they're going to announce it by March, if not after this event. I don't really think they'll announce it after the event, but it's not going to be that soon. But I think by March, April maximum. I wouldn't even say April. I don't think it's going to go to June or July. It's definitely going to be this year. It's not going to be in the fall or later. It's going to be this year, like early this year for sure. But I'm guessing March. Also, just kind of betting statistics. He's got like 1.3. He's got 3. So like basically 3-1 odds. You bet $100 on him, you get $130 back if he wins. You bet $100 on him, you get $300, roughly, something like that. That's kind of the odds, the betting odds right now. This is just a payday for him. He's just a fighter. He'll just go and, fight. He's just got a big, huge money load of training and all this kind of regiment now. So it's pretty clear. I mean, I would like to see him win just because we always like to see kind of the underdog actually do it. And you might doubt his return, but the fact is he's able to perform because he's got the training and all the stuff and the money to be able to stay regimented and all those things. So yeah, those are just a few predictions there. Let me know what you think. Put it in the comments or something if you think that's wrong, or if you got some extra information that I left out or got wrong. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Zuffa Boxing is going to come up before March. McGregor's going to win it. They're probably going to draw it out pretty far. They're not going to end it earlier, even if either of them can knock the other one out early. They're not gonna. They're going to at least go 3 rounds. It's going to be a 5-round fight, I guess. So they're at least going to go 3 rounds. Yeah, and he's going to have a big part of their boxing thing because he did that whole thing with Mayweather, remember? So he did the crossover boxing. It was a huge success for everybody involved, huge success. And he mentions earlier as well the fact that he has boxing coaches, specifically boxing coaches. So I think he's going multi-sport. He keeps talking about all the stuff he's going to do, all this crazy stuff he's going to do through the year. He's like, I got so much stuff lined up and blah, blah, blah. I think a lot of it's going to be boxing. I think they're going to be doing a lot of UFC fight, just kind of like the UFC did this with the WWE. There's kind of like this crossover in and out of UFC fighters going in or coming out of WWE because it's a very physical sport. Even though that's played out and stuff like that, that's still real physical stuff they're doing. So anyway, that's pretty interesting. Tell me what you think and give us a thumbs up. Subscribe, do some stuff like that because we need some subscribers, man. Help us out. All right, see you guys on the next one.